James Hussein. I'm a media and communication executive with Century Group and the senatorial candidate for Ondo South in the last election, 2019. And it was through this connection I have decided to share my experience with you on this book titled A Competent Youth. I wrote this book, and honestly, it is to challenge every youth out there to be able to advocate and participate in good governance. And so for this reason, I'm going to be reading the chapter 7 of this book so that you can be inspired as well to come all out and take leadership responsibility in our country, Nigeria, and Africa at large. Life is a journey of many phases. We get born, we grow, we get involved in activities of life, actively or passively. We age and transit. Within these phases of condition and opportunities and challenges will definitely vary from one individual to another, community to community, even for nations, from one to another. Great concern it is that you and I discover the need to be actively engaged in the affairs of our domains, communities, and nation. Regarding how such places evolve in governance and relevant administration toward all-encompassing purpose of bettering the lot of the life of circumscribed therein. The arches of your birth are not sufficient to hold you back from participating prosperously in how community is managed and administered. For I was born poor, but I rose above poverty to engage the senatorial platform of governance as a candidate, canvassing and campaigning across multifarious terrains of extreme inconveniences. The discouragement of your environment, talking about the pervasive indifference of so many older figures in the land who have given up on the possibility of positive change, notwithstanding, you must, as a youth, go beyond the reproach of the living dead, the indifferent, and practically change the equation of squalor in the midst of plenty. Change the shameful grips of avarice and greed in the midst of abundance. Evidence across this nation through the change of the handlers of governance. As you bring it back to the virile and able youths. I was awash with discouragement, yet I soared into participatory governance through electioneering involvement and pressure group administration alongside my contemporaries in First Massive Literati, which we call FML. Threats of death are not invisible in the face of the grace of the living Creator to want you to have taken aback from communal contributions and to want to have you write off yourself from putting your hands on the plows of nations, building. For twice, death wrote me off, but grace restored me. How dare I waste grace? Who knows whether I was born for such a time like this? A time to have the youth take over the reins of leadership and political governance of this great nation, part of whom you as a youth needs to participate. Then go ahead and present yourself for elective office with a good and deliverable manifesto that is designed to rescue our